Did you know that Amazon already has over 1 million robots working in its warehouses today? And here's a bigger question. What happens when these robots no longer just follow commands, but actually think and act on their own? For years, robots were nothing more than programmed machines. They could lift boxes, move parts, or clean floors, but everything was pre-written. They couldn't adapt. But now something new is happening. Physical AI powered by on-device models. This shift is giving robots independence, speed, and the ability to act in real time. The rise of physical AI robots used to depend heavily on cloud systems. They would take input, send it to the internet, wait for the answer, and then act. That meant delays, security risks, and a total collapse if the internet went down. Imagine a self-driving car waiting for a response from the cloud before hitting the brakes. That's dangerous. But now, robots are learning to carry their brains with them. Instead of thinking somewhere else, they're thinking right inside their own systems. Doesn't that make them sound a little more alive? This is the rise of physical AI, where intelligence is no longer trapped in the cloud. It's inside the robot itself. The machines can sense, analyze, and act instantly. And this shift is not just making robots faster, it's making them more independent and trustworthy. So how exactly is this possible? And what kind of robots are already showing us this future? The technology behind it. To understand this shift, let's break it down simply. Physical AI is when robots use on-device AI models. These are smaller, optimized versions of large AI systems that run directly on the machine's chips. Think of it as shrinking a supercomputer brain into a portable size. Instead of asking someone else for help, the robot just thinks for itself. This is possible because of edge computing. Edge computing means doing the data processing close to where it's needed. In this case, inside the robot. It cuts out the middleman, so responses come instantly. A warehouse robot can scan a barcode, identify a package, and move it in milliseconds, without checking with a distant cloud. One of the big names driving this change is Google DeepMind. They introduced Gemini Robotics on device, a compact AI model designed to run directly inside robots. What makes it special is that it allows robots with 2 arms to perform delicate tasks, like folding laundry, zipping bags, or sorting small items, without needing constant internet access. Everything happens right on the device itself. Imagine a robot that doesn't freeze up just because the Wi-Fi went down. That's not only practical, but also a huge step toward making robots truly reliable in our daily lives. Ever wondered what gives robots their brains? It's not magic, it's powerful chips like NVIDIA's Jetson AGX Thor. This tiny but insanely powerful computer is being called a true robot brain. Imagine this. It can deliver up to 2070 teraflops of AI power and packs 128 gigabytes of memory. That's more than most high-end laptops on the market. All of this comes in a single compact module, priced at around $3,500. To put it in perspective, that's cheaper than some used cars. Yet, it has the power to run advanced robots that need split-second decision-making. With that kind of muscle, robots are finally getting the hardware they've been waiting for. But here's the thing, raw power isn't enough. Robots also need a place to learn, practice, and fail safely before facing the real world. That's where NVIDIA's Cosmos steps in. Think of it as the ultimate digital playground for robots. It's a simulated environment where machines can practice everything, walking, balancing, moving objects, even problem solving, without breaking a thing in reality. It's kind of like a video game, except the players are robots, learning how to become smarter, faster, and more capable. Once they've lived through thousands of simulated experiences, they take those lessons into the real world examples. So, where do we see physical AI in action? Let's start with something massive, Amazon's warehouses. Amazon has over 1 million robots working in its centers. With AI systems like DeepFleet, these robots can follow voice commands. The robot listens and obeys instantly. This has boosted efficiency by 10% in more than 300 facilities. Isn't that wild? Robots that actually understand human language. Computer world. Now let's talk about humanoid robots, the kind that look and act more like us. One of the leaders here is Figure AI, a US startup making headlines. Their robot, Figure 02, can lift up to 25 kilos, talk to people with built-in microphones, and work alongside humans in factories. BMW has already signed them up to test robots in their plants. Could this be the first real co-worker robot? Figure AI also introduced something called Helix, a vision language action model. This means the robot doesn't just hear or see, it understands and turns that into action. It's a step closer to general purpose robotics, where a single machine can adapt to countless tasks instead of being locked into one job. It's not just about response, it's about comprehension, decision-making, and execution in real time. Imagine the possibilities at home or in healthcare with that level of understanding. Meanwhile, in China, a company called Agibot has already mass-produced nearly 1,000 humanoid robots. They use them for inspections, lab work, and even precise tasks like threading wires. It shows how robotics is moving from research labs into everyday industries at record speed. Their plan is to create an open platform where developers around the world can train robots for different jobs. It's not just about building robots. It's about building the infrastructure for an entire robotic workforce. What happens when every country has its own army of helper robots? The numbers are growing fast. In the US, there are already around 150 humanoid robots in real factories and warehouses. Now imagine multiplying that worldwide. Are we looking at a future where robots become as common as smartphones, quietly working beside us in every country? And it's not only factories where physical AI is making an impact. In healthcare, robots are assisting doctors in surgeries, supporting elderly patients, and even helping with rehabilitation. In agriculture, smart machines equipped with AI monitor crops, detect diseases, fight pests, and harvest with greater speed and precision than humans. Transportation is also being reshaped as autonomous vehicles and delivery robots navigate roads, avoid obstacles, and operate with minimal human input. This fusion of AI and physical machines is spreading rapidly, transforming industries everywhere. Isn't it fascinating how one powerful idea is now touching nearly every part of our lives? The future of physical AI. So, where are we heading? Experts believe robots will soon become adaptive learners. Instead of waiting for updates, they'll learn directly from their environment. A factory robot might figure out how to handle a new part on its own. A home robot could adapt to your habits without reprogramming. Doesn't that sound like robots with common sense? But challenges remain. Power is one of the biggest. Robots need long-lasting, efficient batteries, and those are still costly. The price of high-end chips like Nvidia's Jetson is dropping, but still out of reach for many companies. Who gets to benefit first? Big corporations or everyday people? There are also ethical questions. How do we trust a robot making decisions on its own? What if it makes a mistake in a hospital or during a rescue mission? Issues of safety, privacy, and accountability are still being debated. Would you feel safe letting a robot decide something important in your life? Governments worldwide are still figuring out how to set rules for autonomous robots. Without clear laws, we risk chaos in public spaces where machines and humans mix. Computer world. Should there be robot licenses, like driver's licenses for cars? The rise of humanoid robots isn't just about machines replacing tasks. It's about reshaping how we live, work, and interact with technology. From factories to hospitals, from farms to city streets, the world is entering an era where humans and robots will stand side by side. And this change isn't happening in the distant future. It's unfolding right now. By moving AI brains onto the device itself, robots are breaking free from the limits of cloud systems. They're becoming partners, workers, and even companions in ways we've only dreamed of. The question now is not if robots will live among us, it's how soon. And when that day comes, will we be ready to accept machines as part of our everyday world? Drop your answer in the comments and make sure to subscribe for more such videos. Thanks for watching.